I imagine that right now you're feeling a bit like Alice. Tumbling down the rabbit hole?
You could say that.
I can see it in your eyes. You have the look of a man who accepts what he sees because he is expecting to wake up. Ironically, this is not far from the truth. Do you believe in fate, Neil?
No.
Why not?
Because I don't like the idea that I'm not in control of my life.
I know exactly what you mean. Let me tell you why you're here. You're here because you know something. What you know you can't explain, but you feel it. You felt it your entire life, that there's something wrong with the world. You don't know what it is, but it's there, like a splinter in your mind, driving you mad. It is this feeling that has brought you to me. Do you know what I'm talking about?
The Matrix.
Do you want to know what it is? The Matrix is everywhere. It is all around us. Even now, in this very room. You can see it when you look out your window or when you turn on your television. You can feel it when you go to work, when you go to church, when you pay your taxes. It is the world that has been pulled over your eyes to blind you from the truth.
What truth?
That you are a slave, Neo. Like everyone else, you were born into bondage, born into a prison that you cannot smell or taste or touch. A prison for your mind.
And so this one man told some of the enemies of the prophet, peace be upon him, he said, look, all these things you're saying about Muhammad, the people are not going to believe it. He said, we grew up with Muhammad. You call him crazy. The people know that Muhammad is not crazy. You call him this, you call him that. You say that he's possessed. But the people know that he's not possessed. We grew up with him. We know him. He said, hold on for a second. He said, I'll be back in a few days. So he goes up to Iraq. And he brings back with him some women who were, who were good at singing. True story. But they were very good at singing. They were singers, entertainers. And he brought them back to Mecca. And he told them, whenever you see someone come under the influence of the teaching of Muhammad, you go over there and start singing. Sing to them, right? Entertain them. This story is an excellent example of how people who are afraid of the truth use their media. They use their media, they use their their entertainment as detainment. Whatever media they have, whether it's today the radio, the TV, the newspapers, movies, what have you, the media will be used to detain the people, to keep them locked into a certain type of thought, a certain type of pattern. And so when we understand that this is how people who are afraid of the truth use the media, then when we look at the media today, and you look and see the purpose of the media, the purpose of the media is basically to do one thing, to keep the people locked into the Matrix. Y'all saw the movie. To keep people locked into a fake world, a world of deception that they will buy into and will look at being a world that is legitimate, although it's destroying their health, although it's destroying the relationship with their family members, although it is destroying them spiritually, intellectually, morally, and ethically. They will look at this system that is actually hostile to them and actually buy into that system and actually support that system and actually support that lifestyle. They're stuck in a matrix because this media is here and designed to make sure that they ask no critical questions.
What is the Matrix? Control. The Matrix is a computer-generated dream world, built to keep us under control, in order to change a human being into this.
To make sure that the only thing that they are concerned about is having a good time. The only thing they're concerned about is filling their bellies. The only thing they're concerned about is acquiring more and more material things. And so that is why today, one of the struggles that you have as young people, that when you want to do different events and you want to talk about real issues, you have the struggle of many of your peers who've been so conditioned in this matrix that they would rather party than listen to the truth. They would rather party and shop and go to the mall than to stand up for issues of justice. They're stuck in the matrix. But you have the responsibility of helping to wake them up. And fortunately, you do not need a whole bunch of people to do it. Because once you have the truth, it doesn't matter how many people you have. You have quality people, and you always take quality over quantity. But now there's a situation where the young people have been so distracted, have been so influenced, have been so indoctrinated, that young people today are not cognizant of the fact, not aware of the reality, that this country, America, is headed towards another period that could make the 60s look like a dress rehearsal. And at the core of that struggle has always been and will always be young people. But if you're students of history, you will know that in every period in America in which it was a period of upheaval and social activism, it came after a period where the people just wanted to chill. Remember the Roaring 20s? Y'all go to class that day? The Roaring 20s. Roaring because what? People was having fun. Roaring. Like it was party time, right? And look what happened in the 30s, right? During like the 50s, Ozzie and Harriet, right? Leave It to Beaver and so on and so forth, right? And the 50s led to what? The 60s. Look back in America. Right now, the people are in chill mode. Chill. It's about materialism. It's about sex. It's about the latest styles and so on and so forth. And young people have been distracted. But young people have a certain nature. You've been wired a certain way. You can't help it. You crazy. That's how you've been wired. You're optimistic. You're daring. You're enthusiastic. You're idealistic. You're courageous. That's how you're wired right now. And so although there are attempts to get you to go away from your nature as young people, at some point in time, you're going to wake up again. Because that's your nature. Because again, that's how you've been wired. And so this Islamic Awareness Week is important because, again, many people, their only understanding of Islam is what they get from the media. That's it. Their only understanding, their only view and picture of Islam is what they see on Fox News and CNN and the like. So we are here to give you this week, we want you to take the green pill. Yeah, if you take the red pill, you'll stay in the matrix. You'll just stay like, you'll fall for the okie doke on everything. You know what I'm saying? You'll even have a college degree from UCI and you'll fall for the okie doke because you stuck in the matrix. Because there are people who are well educated, right? And they stuck. They're not even thinking about it. How much money they have to pay for mortgages on their homes. And the poor people who paid all this money for, for their home, and now the prices of the homes are falling because the prices were inflated, and now they have to pay back a mortgage on a home that's worth less than what they bought. They stuck in the matrix. And instead of them saying, no, I ain't playing this game. I'm not playing this game of you getting me in debt all the time. I'm not playing this game of me having to buy the latest this and the latest that when I can't afford it. I'm not playing